Welcome back to Season 3 of Trigger Effect.
So anyways, on the first day, we hit the one farmstead. It was our best shoot yet. We had 17 roosters out of the field. We're taking a different blocking position this time, so hopefully we'll see the sky light up and the roosters will be pushing over our heads. So let's get out there.
Here, tell him come over here.
Dino, you
way.
come over here, buddy.
So I relocated, and go figure, they went everywhere but over me.
Rooster!
Rooster coming over you, Billy.
Come over here, Bill.
No, hand.
Here we go. Push.
Hey, nice shot. All right.
Well, it was first push of the day, my first bird. I kind of call this one 3 times lucky. He came in really high and I had a hard time judging where to shoot, but in the third shot I knocked him down. But I mean, these South Dakota roosters, they're just an absolutely beautiful bird. Really exciting, fun hunt. 2 more to go and I got the whole day ahead of me to achieve it. So let's get back to some good pheasant action.
Oh, hands up. Hand up.
Hand, all hands.
Rooster! Rooster, right in front of you, Dean. Right in front of you, Dean. Rooster.
Well, it's a small hole, and we jumped it pretty quick, and I think we had about the only position that we didn't have a rooster fly out over top of, but the boys did a great job. They knocked most of the roosters down. It was a good hunt.
Bringing science to the hunt is brought to you by Lone Wolf Taxidermy.
Why? It's part of the reason we have a better pheasant population. The East River is flat. It was glaciated. This is not. And so when they get a bunch of water, it spreads over and affects a lot more of their nesting habitat. Plus, they don't have near as much non-production ground. So here you see all sorts of hill and ridge lines and so forth, and where the bird it just doesn't soak
Moisture
everything.
doesn't matter, yeah, because like I know in BC, especially for the grouse, and I'm not sure, Kent can probably speak to Manitoba, but we can literally predict what our grouse hunting is going to be like by the spring.
Oh, yeah.
Because if we get a really wet early spring with kind of that, gets warm, gets cold, gets warm, gets cold, the survivability of the eggs and the clutches is almost zero. And then, you'll drive roads, and instead of seeing grouse on a regular basis, you're lucky if you see one in a day. Mm-hmm. But if you get a dry year, it's just a bumper crop. They're everywhere.
Hand. Rooster. Rooster, right at you.
There's a rooster.
Hand.
The one rooster had no tail, so I didn't shoot at it until it was too late. And then I let my last round, and then I had a rooster jump up right in front of me. Rooster!
Go get it, Mia! Go get it, Mia! Catch him up! Get yours! Go find it, man. Go find it. Favor! Find it! We done here?
want those guys coming back.
So what we're hunting is we got a big inner patch of wheatgrass with milo on the outskirts and kind of funnels down to the end of this field. So we got dogs and hunters pushing. Birds are running ahead of us and we should get a good explosion at the end here. So cross our fingers and keep pushing.
Rooster!
Look at I knocked a bird down, and then right beside that bird another one flushed out. We couldn't figure out if mine actually went down or but it was a different bird, so we're all good. Oh, thanks. I was a little confused when the second one jumped. I didn't even squeeze around that. I'm like, what the heck? I saw it crumple.
Yeah, good bird.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
This is a bird that had a doppelganger with it. I thought it came back to life, but we'll take it.
You bet. Good job. Do it again.
Yeah. Well, we're in about the last 100-yard stretch, so if we contained well enough, it means all the birds now are stuck in here, and once we get in there, dogs will do their magic, and hopefully everybody will get to do some shooting. In! How fast they gain height. Incredible. Just the power of these birds is amazing. And it's windy. It's really windy.
Rooster's right there. Load up, load up. Look at the deer. Look at him, right there. There's Rooster. Rooster!
Bones. Drop. Sometimes you get to be the hunter. Sometimes you get to help other hunters out, and those sort of hunting, and I'm more than happy to be running blocks with these guys. Lots of roosters going down, deer popping out everywhere. And I think this will probably be our last shoot because we're going to be getting close to our limit, that's for sure. There goes more rooster, another rooster. Well, day 3, crazy, 15 hunters, 45 birds. Some of those fields were just boiling over. I mean, you got to be happy with a day like that.
Oh yeah, it was a great day of shooting, and I look forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be our last day here. South Dakota right now so far, just roosters everywhere. I'm really excited to get on with day 4, so join us tomorrow.
So we're in a spread like that, and we're going to push it down here. Once we get down here, we'll be nice and contained. Hopefully we'll have the birds inside of us, okay? And then give us some names for this. This is nice, easy walking on the road. This is hard walking in here.
Okay,
Give us some
Bob,
names. Bob?
Daniel.
Rooster. We had a real run, a real sprint to try and contain these birds. Probably about 150 poured out of us. We've got a melee of hundreds of birds in here. So we're gonna be pushing it this way, so we're still gonna get some shooting. Rooster! Got him. He's shot. Stefan, do you want us moving in? Okay.
That's a workout. Thank you.
Well, after a marathon run on this push just to the east of us, we were sent around to stand block. A bunch of the birds that busted out in front of us ended up in this wild grass here, so we're hoping we can drive them back to us. Rooster! Kent. We're pushing this, the last two pushes we made, the back corner with a bunch of birds were whirling around us and busted back into here, so we'll do finish off another little drive here, probably move on to a new spot. Rooster! Big eagle. Rooster! Yeah. Rooster! Rooster! Got two. That's two. Hen! Well, that was a heck of a push. Just a small slough full of cattails contained. We got it surrounded, went in there, and I think we got probably half a dozen roosters out of there. I know I tapped two, so it was a really good push. I gotta go help the guide find this one I knocked down off to the field. Well, that was a great way to end the day. We did a little jump shoot around this slough, and I think we knocked down, 6 to finish off the day. We've got our limit, and we're heading back to the lodge now. So this has been an awesome trip here in South Dakota. Precious, South Dakota, Ringnecks Hunting Lodge. You have to book with these guys. It's unbelievable. Wild pheasant hunting at its best. This is great. So what's the game plan here, Stefan?
Dam grade right there. Yeah, we're gonna sneak up to the top of the grade. I'll peek my head over, make sure that the birds are there, and then I'll give the go-ahead to jump up over the dam, let the birds get off the water, rise up, and start shooting.
Okay, sounds good. We're only shooting flying birds, right?
Yes, sir.
Right on. Let's get over there.
Well, that jump shoot had to have been one of the most incredible shoots I've ever been on. I mean, it was fast action, everything like that, but I know that wasn't all by fluke.
No, sir. It took a lot of scouting ahead of time. We watched that hole. The wind direction was perfect for us, and the teamwork was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Gunnar did an amazing job retrieving these birds. He was retrieving birds on the ice, in the stubble field, in the water. It was just a well-played execution. I mean, it was just awesome.
Yeah, and we should mention, I mean, there's a lot of birds here, and unfortunately there's only 4 of us, but Stefan, you had some of your hunters leave last night, and you know, it just, the way it played out, so I want to throw a big thank you out to the guys for this. It was an amazing shoot.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah,
Yep,
thank
you bet.
guys. Wow, folks, that was an incredible 4 days of bird hunting. We also had the pleasure of hunting with multiple hunters from all over the United States. It was really great. But on top of that, I think the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we had 35 roosters the first day, 43 roosters the second day, another 45 roosters on the third day, and then to top it all off on the fourth day, we got 36 roosters and 47 Canada geese.
Yeah.
I mean, did we get spoiled, or is this normal?
You bet, Dean. You did get spoiled, and that's why they come to Central South Dakota to go bird hunting, because we have a fantastic wild bird population here. We have great staff that really knows what they're doing on formations and containment. You guys did a fabulous job of filming this hunt for us, so thank you a lot. And our hunters did a great job on formations and containment and shooting. Couldn't have done it without you. This was a late season hunt that we did. We've hunted these birds a lot, but you see we have a lot of roosters left here, so.
Yeah, and one thing I want to mention, Stefan, is that being a wild population, I've seen lots of pheasant hunting on television, and they seem to be all canned hunts. This wild hunting blew my expectations out of the water. It is exciting, it is exhilarating, action-packed, It's great. So those of you that want to join Stefan on a hunt, go to www.ringneckshuntinglodge.com or 605 Roosters, or you can check us out on our Trigger Effect website. All his contact information will be there on our Preferred Outfitters page.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And make sure you join us next week for another exciting episode of Trigger Effect.
And containment, and their shooting. Let's go.
Site at www.triggereffect.ca.
Oh man,
You screwed up our own website! And you forgot 605 Rooster.
That's gonna get the
it's .tv.
Yeah. He was not happy about not being able to retrieve that second bird.